let me go over what happened to me while I was getting my hair cut. Okay. So I go to get my hair cut. I started another Baldur's Gate run just because of your stream the other day. Salute. We gonna link it. We gonna link in Baldur's Gate. We gonna link in Baldur's Gate. But I got my hair cut, and my barber has to he gives some of the worst barbershop conversation ever, in my opinion. So the conversation starts. I sit down in the chair, no bullshit. Sit down in the chair before the clippers come on. Before we exchange pleasantries. He say, "Hey man, my girl is on her period." Nigga, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Who started out the gate? Just, my girl's on her period. That's crazy, right? Hey, you enjoying the content so far? Okay, so why don't you subscribe, take a moment to like and comment, alright? Appreciate it. Back to the video. Right? What does that got to do with me? What does that have to do with me as a human being? I'm sitting here, I came in for a low taper, taper the back, knock it down, wavelength, two and a half guard, maybe even a 2 open. That's all I came in here for. And this nigga said, yo, her period be like 4 days, but that first day is hell. Ain't that right, man? No, nigga. Quit talking to me about her bodily functions. Stop, please. For the love of God. For the love of God, please stop. And then, right after that, as a person that gets their haircut, the haircut goes the same way every time. He knocks down all the hair, you know what I'm saying, to the appropriate length, and then he starts to phase. As he's knocking my hair down, he literally gets 2 passes over the top of my head, and then he goes, yo, what do you think about this war shit that's happening right now? Nigga, huh? What? Just back-to-back horrible conversations he giving me. So I'm like, you know what? I'll indulge these conversations today. So I continued in this conversation to repeat everything that I've heard from those Monkey Explains government videos. Everything that I've heard in one of those videos, I literally said it verbatim to him. He was like, yo, this Iran shit is crazy. They could end up bombing us. It's not even they giving us any of the old school stuff. They would be like the little pre-wars, like the Cold War and shit like that. I was like, actually, the Cold War version to what just happened was what happened in Greenland. You know what happened in Greenland? He was like, no. I was like, well, Greenland has these mineral deposits that are used, these rare earths that are used in most technology. So I'm giving him the whole rundown on that. And he like, oh, really? And he was like, so that's why? And I was like, no. It gets deeper than that. So Greenland is also a very powerful situation because of the passage up there in between Russia and Canada. There's a passageway that's now being unearthed because we going through global warming. So there was ice in the way of the passageway, but now that there's no ice there, people can come through for trade routes, and now they cutting off time from that. So whoever controls Greenland has control of the trade routes. He was like, oh, that's crazy. And I was like, wait, it gets even deeper, because whoever also controls it, if it's either Russia, China, or the United States, they are now that much closer to the territories of the other side. So I was just giving him the whole rundown. I was like, yo, you gotta dig deeper into these things. You can't just see everything for face value. Whole time I'm just repeating a Monkey Explains video. But I'm telling him all of this, and he like, man, I didn't really think that you would be this into the conversation. I was like, I'm really not, my brother. But let's just get to the haircutting part. You know what I'm saying? Let's rev those clippers up. Let's get my fade. Let's get my blend handled. Let's get that situated. He continues on, into the haircut. He's cutting my hair and he's talking. And he's like, man, You think they really gonna like nuke us? I'm like, nigga, why can't I just sit here and not have to think about the geopolitics of the world with you? Like, why can't I just sit here and get a haircut? I don't think you asked nobody else today about this shit, but you chose at 6:15, your last appointment of the day. You like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this bitch to CNN. I'm gonna turn this bitch to Fox News. What's your thoughts? So I'm sitting here. I'm like, I don't really know the percentages, but it's a lot of smarter people than me that think that it's probably gonna happen. And if it does, what can we do? And that just sent him into this whole like existential crisis. Basically, he was like, man, if there's nothing we can do, what's the point of all of this shit anyways? I'm like, my guy, I don't want you to end up like, just being so defeatist and like pessimistic to where that you just kill yourself. Like, if it happens, there's nothing you or I could have done anyways, like besides, vote. So just chalk it up, my guy. Like, if it happens, kiss your children, tell them you love them, and just spend that last couple of seconds thinking about it, because it's really over. If they drop the bombs, it's literally over. There's nothing we could do. Sorry to tell you that. So that's what happened to my haircut today. I got my haircut. Showed a little haircut. Nothing crazy. The same haircut I get every 2 weeks.
What you feeling like?
Just the same, same haircut. Little, just something light, some nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Who I'm feeling like?
Who you feeling like?
Feeling like me. You think he had this convo with all the clients? No, I feel like, because literally my old football teammate Kerry McKenzie came out right before I did. So I see him in the parking lot. I dap him. I'm like, yo, it's good seeing you. I go in, and I just know he didn't have that conversation with Kerry, because Kerry had a very jolly smile on his face. I come out after getting my haircut. I'm basically like, man, did I just give him all the ammunition to end it tonight? Did I just kill my barber? Am I gonna have somebody to come to in the next 2 weeks? Is this shop gonna be open 2 weeks from now? This shit is crazy. Nigga, he chatted my head off about politics. I'm like, doggy, relax. And then he was talking, he was like, yo, you never know, they could bomb Mississippi. Nigga, why would they bomb Mississippi? What is valuable here? It's nothing here. You're not bombing nothing. Nigga, if you don't bomb New York and California before you get over here, nigga, fuck no. Idiot. He did ruin your escapism though. Exactly. And my girlfriend is always up my ass about going in there. She always in my ass about going in there with my headphones in. This is one of the few times where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna put my headphones in. And what does this nigga do? Just blew me to smithereens with conversations that I worked from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Drove after I got off of work straight to the barbershop. And the nigga chose to, like, you know what I'm saying? I know you had a long day at your job, but let me interview you on your thoughts about, like, the geopolitical state of the United States versus anybody who's coming towards Israel. Like, nigga, who the fuck do I look like? Am I fucking Bill Maher? No. Nah, they would nuke Omaha though. Exactly. Like, they getting rid of all that shit before they get to us. We bound to die in the fallout. They'll forget us. They won't even drop one here. It's like Battleship. They wouldn't even pick these squares. Okay, you just saw that last video that I just made, right? Okay, so hear me out. Why don't you just subscribe to this channel right here, and then you click this video right here. It's really simple.